That's what I'm talking about. That's how we do here. People just walking in. I'm working on getting more chairs to place throughout the crowd. But if you want, you can come sit here on the stage if you like. You can look at poetic ass all night. It's hot. And it's, I'm telling you. This guy's like, he said ass. I don't know how to feel about that. Just, everybody get settled and enjoy. All right, first things first. This once held granulated garlic. But now, it is transformed and will hold your money. We are one of the few poetry slams in the country that does not charge a cover. We do not enforce cover here. But, like Dino was saying, we do ask for a $5 donation. This goes to paying your winning poet of the slam, paying our features, helping poetry slam teams go to Austin, Texas, helping our youth poetry slam team go to youth nationals where they placed 10th in the country this year, their second year out. So we got a lot of shit going on here in Denver, and this money helps pay for it. Now, what we usually do, I'm gonna start it right down here. We are going to lovingly glare at this person until money goes in the jar. Lovingly. Oh, look at this, $10 going in immediately. Applaud these ladies! Applaud these ladies! Keep that going around, please. Like I said, it goes to a lot of good shit. Thank you. Alrighty, let's see. Our features tonight are all the way from that little island surrounded by Texas. We're talking about Austin, where we have the pleasure to go to this place. It kicks ass, but the heat is a bit much. It's like walking through, it's like breathing chicken soup, but it's cool. Our poets, all the way from Austin, Texas. All the way. Austin, Texas, Austin. Two separate things. This is where you pay attention to me now. Yeah, that's for you too. All right. Erin Livingston is a two-time Austin Ego Slam Team finalist in as many years as she has been on the scene. Her fresh voice and unapologetic presence make for dynamic and unpredictable performances as she continues to grow as a writer, performer, and believer in leaving things better than she found them. That's some deep shit. This motherfucker's bio is like 4 paragraphs long, so he's gonna get the first sentence of each. Big Papa E is a spoken word artist and 3-time HBO deaf poet who melds rhythmic verse, stand-up comedy, and dramatic monologue into expansive works that skewer pop culture, politics, and the pain and beauty of relationships. Yes, that sentence is the entire paragraph. Big Papa E burst on the scene as a member of the '99 San Francisco Poetry Slam Team, co-champions that year of the National Poetry Slam in Chicago, and the only undefeated team out of 48 teams that year. 2 teams tied for first place. They decided to split the title. And by split the title, I mean literally, took the damn trophy and ripped the fucker in half. They had to make a new one, which Bill McMillan had some words about, but that's cool. All right.
Bill was real happy about that.
Yeah, he was. All right, Big Papa E has toured relentlessly on the spoken word highway since 2000, when he did 65 gigs across 27 states in just under 4 months. Big Papa E is the author of 6 books of poetry, 2 collections of haiku.
Just get me the fuck up on that mic.
I'm waiting for the... Hi. How we doing?
Woo! Good!
Honey,
Come
you
on,
know...
work it out, Polly. You're taking
you
too
know...
long. Let's get to the feature. Come on,
Well,
work it out.
I'm trying, but someone keeps talking loud while I'm trying to do this introduction. Who could that be, I wonder? Who's at a view tonight? Who's They didn't pay me to come and hear you, darling. I love you, but they didn't. All right. You already got your fucking feature up here? Like I said, this is not the school of disembodied poetics. This is the fucking Mercury Cafe. Are you ready to bring your feature up here? Please keep your applause going and bring up Erin Livingston and Big Papa E!
How y'all doing? So check it out. We're on tour for 4 months on the Greyhound with 1 backpack each, 1 rolly bag each, and she's got her purse and I've got my Merce. That's it for 4 months. What? I got a Merce. I don't play. Give it up for Merces. I shrivel up and down without my Merce. What? So we left Tuesday. It's now Sunday, and I think we've logged probably, dear God, several thousand miles. The shortest bus trip that we've had so far, 10 hours. That's the shortest one. Today it took us 15 hours to get here. Tomorrow, 22 hours to Sedona, Arizona.
Woo!
Holy crap. Let's just clap for stupidity, ladies and gentlemen. And humidity. Oh my dear God. Okay, so I'm going to read a poem for you. Thanks. There are few things in this life that are strictly black and white. Most issues float somewhere in the middle of a vast sea of gray, open to a myriad conflicting interpretations. But I am here to tell you that such things are existing as absolute truth, undeniable facts that rise from that wishy-washy sea of opinions and stand resolutely like Venus in a clamshell for all to see. I am talking about incontrovertible principles that are impossible to deny, of which I will now list 5. 1. The sun will rise and the sun will set. 2. All who were born will one day die. 3. Van Halen with David Lee Roth was infinitely superior to Van Hagar. I bullshit. 4. Crunchy peanut butter is not only irrefutable proof of God's existence, but it also shows she loves us very much. And people who like smooth peanut butter hate the baby Jesus. I can smell that shit from here. And 5, which is the reason I am here right now, and I am speaking of that one remaining sterling truth no reasonable person can deny. Pluto is a motherfucking planet! I'm playing. So what? A bunch of self-important professors got bored one day and decided to get back at all the cruel people who wouldn't date them in high school by knocking Pluto's standing in the universe to dwarf planet and renaming it to 134340. And why? Because Pluto isn't like other planets. Pluto's smaller than most moons. Pluto's got a bit of a strange orbit. Wah! But really, who in this room has never been considered an oddball, an outcast, special? Pluto is like the chubby goth girl lurking at the edge of the solar system, staring longingly at the cosmic dance floor filled with all the popular planets. Ew, look at me, I'm Saturn, look at my freaking rings. Ew, look at me, I'm Jupiter, I'm so deep, look at my third eye. All these planetary John Lennons and Paul McCartneys vying for celestial attention while poor Ringo gets pushed to the back of the universal stage. And let me tell you, without Ringo, the Beatles would have amounted to nothing. Ringo put the beat into the Beatles, and without him, they would have just been the Lils. Without chubby goth girls. Chubby goth girls? Wait. And C. Without chubby goth girls, gay high school boys would have never had bosoms to cry upon. I never would have had bosoms to cry upon. Pluto is the symbol for every kid who's never fit in. We need Pluto as proof that no matter how small you are, how separated from mainstream society, how abnormal, how fucking weird you are, you too can be someone worth looking up to. You too can be a planet. I don't care what they say. I don't give a good goddamn about any so-called science. Forget science. This is beyond science. This is about belief. And I believe that Pluto was a planet long before these bitter eggheads were mewling and puking on their mother's knees. And when they're all dead and buried along with their hoity-toity ideas and the universe has forgotten their blink of existence, Pluto will still be out there, watching over this tiny, blue, gay planet from afar, like the chubby goth girl best friend it always was. Call Pluto what you will, but remember this. A rose by any other name is still a freaking planet. All right, let's keep going from our tour partner. Her name is Erin. Give it up.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for having us at your spot. This is just the loveliest place I've ever seen, and the crowd is just so attentive, and it's so refreshing, so thank you for that. I'm gonna share a story with you, change the energy a little bit, but this is a story about a good friend of mine and her brother and their relationship regarding the war. So, just hang in for this. He must know how her eyes stare at him, from his unmistakable crew cut on down each brass button to polished patent leather, then back up crisp starched creases to confetti breast of patches, finally landing on his name tag. Only sometimes do they make it back up to his square jaw, and on rare occasions they might meet his gaze. But his eyes are faded. They're smoldering like mortar shells gone screaming through hell, sights stored in memory, reflex, sense of smell, and she wouldn't dare ask if he didn't want to tell. It drips off him, wanting someone to understand. The firstborn son, raised in an upper-class subdivision, turned college dropout, left without meaning as a man. So searching for approval, he landed in Afghanistan, pride weighing heavy as the machine gun in his soft hands, and he wonders, how did this happen? Together, they ask the same questions. Too many limbs lost to a cause explained only in catchphrases. Too many bullets fired over rubbled alleys of misinformation. Too many graves dug to bury baby faces. And sometimes she wishes the two of them could trade places, because he must know how his eyes stare at her. From her unmistakable knotted up locks on down each protest slogan button to scuffed and muddied marching boots, then back up pants of patchwork trails, finally landing on her unbound breasts. And only sometimes do they make it back up to her square jaw, and on rare occasions they might meet her gaze. But her eyes are faded, too long jaded by the underestimated significance of her countercultural presence in the face of a leader who would rather see her own brother die than admit to lying about why the U.S. went to war. This is not a battle over who loves our country more. This is a battle over preserving our nation's values, conflicted as they are. Hers is exactly the type of freedom he set out to defend, yet believes is a too futile means to an end. And his is exactly the type of freedom she could never defend. She believes it a too brutal means to an end. To be American is complicated, to say the least. To err is human. We all make mistakes, but then we all wonder why it takes so long to learn from them. So I learn from my friend. Her peacemaking process with next of kin, together around the dinner table, mediated by two loving parents, they settle conflicts that have baffled and plagued the greatest of nations. So God bless these heroes, that they may lead my generation. Thank you. I'd just like to mention, if you'd like anything you hear up here, we've got books for sale. This is how we eat. I'm really excited about mine. They're the first ones that I've put together, so just keep that in mind. A big puppy.
Hey, so check it out. I was planning this tour because I was stuck in a cubicle and I freaking hated my life. Anybody stuck in a cubicle? Anybody hating your cubicle life? That's what I'm talking about. Thank God. Yo, I was hating my life. I was on Celexa, an antidepressant, just to keep me from fleeing my existence. I decided I was going to cut that out of my life. And the stupid job, I got rid of all my belongings. I donated my van to a local national public radio station. And then Erin heard about it. And she was in a cubicle. And she had never toured before. She'd never put together a book before. She had never done anything like this before. And she was like, I'm going with you. She didn't say, can I go? She was like, I'm going with you. She sold all of her things, sold her car. We are both homeless, leaving out of our backpacks and our rolly bags. Our only connection is through freaking Greyhound. So, yeah. Can we give it up for that, please? It's a little scary. So, speaking of scary, girls scare the shit out of me. Any guys feeling me on that? One person brave enough to say he's chicken shit about girls. What's your name? Bobby. What's up, Bobby? We'll talk later. So this is about just, you know what? Things are so fucking complicated. I just wanted to take it back to where it was easier to understand and way